Welcome to AIST Season 2. This is Series 12, McRave versus HaoPan. This is the bracket so far. So McRave has beaten Purple Wave, Banana Brain, and now has to play HaoPan. That's a pretty tough run right in there. HaoPan has beaten Mad Mix. So without further ado, let's get on with the games. They're playing on Benzene. HaoPan spawning in the bottom left. This is a two-player map. And McRave spawning in the upper right. We have a proxy racks here from HaoPan. And this SCV is sort of hanging out for a minute. Oh, the other one got chased off, and this one out to finish it. That's kind of strange and interesting. This might be an attempted ramp block, but I don't think it's perfectly centered for this specific map. Alright, you got the Marines coming up here one at a time. Let's see how this goes. It's a 1 racks there with a gas follow-up. So, what's going on here? So all the workers have been transferred to the corner, like to protect against a drill, but they're not mining, and they're not attacking Marines. This must be a bug exploit against McRave. That's really interesting. And here's the bunker going up, but 3 Marines are going to have killed all of the probes. And really no combat units were ever built for McRave. That's a really quick win on game 1. That's pretty strange. Good job by HaoPan for coming up with that. Game 2, we have HaoPan on the left and McRave on the right. And it looks like already HaoPan has got a scout coming in here. And this is a 6 racks proxy. Wow. I don't see that very often. That's about the earliest racks you can possibly do. But the scout, it chases the scout off. That's pretty funny. Follows the scout as it goes by, and another SCV has to come and finish the barracks. I wonder how long the delay on that was. Well, anyway, it looks like McRave's in a lot better shape this time. He's got a 2-gate zealot build with a shield battery in progress. And quite a few zealots out versus a 6 racks, which is extremely compromising. And a bunker is going to go up. There's quite a few zealots though. And core is going to finish. McRave, and no longer building marines, but rather working on a factory over here. Marine micro is pretty annoying looking. So there's a goon here now, which should really slow down that effort. And a citadel. I don't think HaoPan can see that, and hasn't yet. If there's a DT fall-off, it'll probably be the end of HaoPan in this game. Go ahead here and go for the bunker, but only 1 Voltron here. And due to the inefficiency of the open, HaoPan is really far down on supplies. High risk, high reward. And McRave takes an expansion behind this. 2 factories though, it's not bad. What else does it have? And all this whole army follows the 1 Marine to oblivion. That's pretty spectacular. That's great, Marine kiting. Oh, that's great. And this whole army is going to loop around, and then what's going to happen? Graves got a flat choke to defend, and there's DTs out. Oh, it's got the scan done. Oh, but there's nothing in the bunker. Oh, it does get the DT. Now there's bunkers gone. And McRave has just got such a massive army in comparison. Wow. And the expansion's going up. He can just muscle through this. DT out here killing the barracks. Guess the only hope here is for a huge mine, but it keeps blowing the scans. What's it gonna do here? Kills another DT. But McRave is getting so massive. And has HaoPan completely contained. The HaoPan recovers it all and plays out of the 6 rack is just really impressive. But it's really not a favorable thing for a long game. Gets another DT. These tanks have moved up. There's nothing really in that bunker. Kill a lot of units here. DT, oh, DT kills 2 tanks in the explosion there off the mines. That's really rough. And McRave is just building more DTs, more zealots. And it looks like he's got goons up here and mining this up. Must be going for a 3rd base. It's a bit delayed, it looks like, causing some float. They're just continuing to push in here. The 2 mines get stuck. Oh, there they go. Just not a good situation to be in. Completely contained by DT. Very difficult to push out against. Looks like McRave's going to take the expo there. Leave some defensive units up there. But the DT gets another tank on the mine explosion. Oh, it clears a mine before getting killed by that one, so it does get mines occasionally. That's pretty awesome. Oh, gets another mine down here. That's pretty great. But at this point, McRave just has too much, and it'll be 1-1 as we go into Game 3. Alright, we have McRave versus HaoPan here. This is their 3rd game. They're 1-1. And McRave is in the top left, and HaoPan is in the bottom right. And we have a proxy racks, this time on 8. Is it going to be a double or a single? Let's see how this goes. Scouting all the directions here with the SCV. Here comes the Marine, it guesses the right direction, that's good, but doesn't go right up. It just sort of pauses and waits for a second. It's kind of strange. But McRave is already kind of committed down this tech path. It's not a good situation. He gets in here. Oh, and this is the same bug exploit from Game 1. The workers stack up incorrectly and don't function. The one zealot does come out. It decides to go for the bunker that's in progress, which is not good. And I think this is going to put McRave in the loser's bracket, and HaoPan is going to move on to the semifinals against Velocirandom. That's really very interesting. Good games, guys. Awesome effort here. And I'm excited to see how this turns out in the loser's bracket as well, and which of the 2, Velocirandom or HaoPan, will move on from the semifinals.